So it's been a little while since I've had a video for Joe Does Stuff, and I wanted to definitely share with you guys what's been going on, a whole lot of updates, a crazy story, and some upcoming things to look for here on this channel. Thank you for your patience. As of late, I've been doing a lot of video work over on my other channel, After Prison Show, and I just haven't been doing stuff, which sucks because I hate when I don't have content for here, but I certainly have quite a bit to share with you guys today, and I hope that this is a video you guys enjoy. So where do I even begin? It's currently January the 6th, Monday, as I'm filming this. Let me go ahead and start with the biggest thing I'm sure you guys are probably curious about, and that's what's up with the job. Currently, I have nothing to report in regards to that. Last week, New Year's was on Wednesday, New Year's Day. On Thursday, I would reach out to the big fish just to say, hey, hope you enjoyed the holidays. Looking forward to reconnecting with you. Because when I spoke with him, that was what we were going to do, was reconnect after the New Year. So I wanted to really hit this guy up immediately after the New Year. I did. He would get back to me and say, we're going to get together the following week, which is this week. It's 8 o'clock in the morning as I'm filming this. We'll see what happens from there. Definitely hopeful. So I'll bring you guys any updates as they develop in regards to that. I want to go ahead and share a story with you, though. And this is going to be a story that's shared on this channel and on my other channel. And this happened over this past weekend. It's pretty crazy. You know, when I've been thinking about content to do for Joe Does Stuff, I want to get out there and showcase people who are successful in business, what's working for them compared to what I've done in the past that didn't work with my own personal business ventures. I think that that would be interesting to share over here. If you do follow me on my other channel, sometimes I try to put those videos together, especially as of late, in a really compelling way. I'd like to be able to do stuff like that here, showcasing people out doing their thing and, you know, maybe hearing a little of their story. That would be cool to share. Another thing that I was thinking about doing was sharing about a situation that's taking place in my local area involving one particular Walmart. I don't know if this is happening at all Walmarts across the country, in my state, in my area, but I do know that this is taking place at my hometown Walmart in the city of Portsmouth, a Walmart that is frequented by a lot of people down on their luck, homeless, addicted, random cars parked in the parking lot, some people sleeping and living in their cars in that parking lot. Well, recently it's even made the news. They've began towing vehicles in that parking lot. Towing vehicles for things such as expired tags, vehicles that looked abandoned, whatever. This, like I said, it had made the news. They were towing a lot of cars. I remember a couple of weeks ago going to the Walmart, watching the tow truck literally backing up to cars as we were walking into the store to grocery shop. They were towing people's cars. I've heard of them towing people's cars with, you know, when they just run inside. There's been all sorts of stories that have been coming out in relation to cars getting towed. So I wanted to do like this expose with some drone footage showcasing them towing cars and where are those cars going? Like, is this just a cash grab? Well, I share all of these things with you because that brings us to the story that I want to tell. This past weekend, Saturday, my wife and I get the opportunity to go out to dinner, or to go out. We don't get to go out, but maybe twice a month. So we go out and we stay right in our local area. There's a couple of bars that we like to go to, nice places, you know, where we can eat dinner. They're relatively cheap. Good time. So we ended up going to 3 different places. We go to a first place, we grab a drink, we grab an appetizer, we leave from there, we go to a sports bar right around the corner, and we get dinner there, get a drink, and then we're going to leave from there and go to the final place, which is a place that we go to quite a bit. And all of these bars are within walking distance. So we park the car and, you know, we can walk to all 3 of these locations. We parked the car in a parking lot, an empty parking lot, a parking lot that has signs all over it saying you can't park here. And it's the craziest damn thing because I guess, and I would be made to know, that this parking lot is owned by this organization that has a big brick and mortar right in that same general vicinity. This organization, and I'm not here to like blast them or anything like that, I don't even know what it really is. I think it's something in regards to women entrepreneurs type of a workshop. Maybe it's even more so geared to, black women entrepreneurs. I don't necessarily know. I know that that's like the gist of it, but this organization, huge brick and mortar, is only opened from 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening. After 5 in the evening, Monday through Sunday, you've got people who like to frequent a couple of restaurants and bars and pizzerias just right in this area, but you can't park in this parking lot because there's all sorts of signage that says, hey, this parking lot is for the organization only and towing is strictly enforced. We've parked in this parking lot a lot. I mean, I've lived in this area for 3 years and we've parked in this parking lot and we've never had a problem with it. Hell, we've even seen other people parking in this parking lot, whatever. But on this particular night, there were there was like 2 or 3 other cars in the parking lot when we parked there. By the time it was all said and done, we would be the only car parked in the parking lot. So we're leaving from the sports bar. That's the second place that we went to. And we're walking around the corner to the final place that we're going to go to. And that is, right across the street from that parking lot. And as we bust the corner, like come around the corner right past this big brick and mortar organization, it's nighttime. It's probably, 8:30 at night. And I see a bunch of lights in the parking lot. And I quickly realize there's a tow truck about to tow our vehicle. In fact, as I'm running up to say, hey, what's going on? Our car is completely up on the tow truck, even got the little wheels up under the back wheels. I mean, this guy is ready to take off. Had we waited 5 more minutes before we left the second place, the car would have been gone. So I'm running up trying to do what anybody would do when you see your car up on the tow truck, like try to de-escalate the situation and get your car up off of the tow truck. So I run up and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Why are you towing us? And the dude, he's back putting the ratchet straps on the back wheels and he's on the driver's side. I'm coming around the front of the tow truck. And as all of this is taking place, I'm yelling, I'm not being belligerent or anything like that. Like, hey, yo, wait. He's going toward the driver's side door, which is open, of the tow truck. And I'm thinking he's probably getting a gun. I have no idea what's about to take place. So him and I would, come face to face. And he's like, you can't park here. This belongs to, the organization. I'm like, yo, we live literally right down the street. I'm like, we've got decals to be able to park out here. And he's like, it doesn't matter. This belongs to the organization. You can't park here. And I mean, we're wrong. I'm trying to show him the decal on the back of the vehicle. Like, yo, hey, we didn't know. And truthfully, I thought that the decals would save us. They did not. Something would save us, though. And it's the craziest damn thing that I could have never imagined. Me and this guy are going back and forth, and there's no belligerence or, disrespect taking place. He's doing his job. I'm fighting for my vehicle. And then all of a sudden, the dude looks at me and he's like, oh shit, Joe? He's like, man, I've been following your content since the beginning, since you started doing stuff over on After Prison Show. He's like, man, I'm going to drop this right now. And I'm thinking to myself, holy moly, I've never gotten any kind of favoritism or special treatment. Never. Not even during the height of my success in social media. I've never gotten any sort of favoritism or special treatment because of my online presence. And all of a sudden, in a moment when I couldn't have needed a miracle more, that was getting ready to take place. He tells me, he's like, yeah, man, I used to live across the street from Jew Man. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a miracle. That changes the entire dynamic of the conversation, even though, like I said, there was no, disrespect or hostility or anything like that between the dialect involving this guy and myself. And he does exactly that. He drops the vehicle And I take out all the cash that I got in my pocket. It was probably like 37 bucks, and I give it to him. I'm like, yo, man, thank you so much. You just saved us probably $200. I'm like, this is crazy. We get to talking immediately, obviously, from all of this. And, he tells me that he does this towing gig to pay child support. But here's where it gets even more crazy. This guy has a freaking painting business. He's like, Joe, I've been seeing what you've been doing. I've been wanting to reach out to you and connect with you. And all of a sudden in a parking lot, when my vehicle is literally completely up on a tow truck, wheels up under the back wheels, like he's ready to go. 5 minutes later, this would have never taken place. The right time, the right place, or maybe the right time in the wrong place. All of a sudden, I meet this guy who knows exactly who I am from social media, who does me this solid of dropping the vehicle, who begins to tell me that he only does the towing gig to pay child support, and he's got a painting business. And we start talking from there, and I'm like, yo, what's the name of your painting business? He tells me the name of the painting business. Here's where it gets even more crazy. Do you know this guy is someone, I'm quite certain, now I can't say for 100% certainty, but I'm pretty sure I recognize the name of his painting business. This guy is somebody that I actually lost out on some apartments to. We didn't go into that, but because this guy is doing me this major solid, I'm telling him, I'm like, look, man, let me get your number. We exchanged numbers. I said, I'm going to hit you up this upcoming week. Let me come out and see what you're doing. Maybe I can showcase you. Here's another ironic thing to all of this. After the fact, we're in the last bar. I've already moved the vehicle. Let me show you actually real quick too. I've got a 5-second video. Let me share that with you right here. I mean, all it showcases is my wife's vehicle sitting right here, and there's the tow truck right there in front of it. That's after he put the vehicle down. But I want to share this with you too. So we end up in the third bar, and we only stay out till 9:30. We've got a babysitter from 6:30 to 9:30. It's crazy to think all of this happened that quickly. But we're in the third bar. I text him. I say, hey, man, that was really awesome what you did. I really want to connect with you this upcoming week. He is grateful for that and wants to do just that. So I'd like to go out and film and showcase him. Just like everything I was mentioning at the beginning of this video, maybe he's the first person that I can do this with. But the next day, I go look up his business because I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure I lost out on some apartments to this guy. So he does have a Facebook presence for his business. He doesn't really do much with it. But one thing that I did notice was a slogan that he had used. Now, mind you, his posts are not current. They're from like 2023 and back then. I didn't come up with my particular slogan until like last year, and I've never seen anything in relation to this guy until I went and looked him up on this past Sunday. But there's some real irony because you guys have heard me say things such as Class A work at crackhead prices. Well, this guy was listing some work or showcasing some work through a post on Facebook that he had done. And he had said professional work at unprofessional prices, or professional quality at unprofessional prices. How ironic is that? Especially when you have a painting business. He does commercial and residential. I know he does apartments as well. And he knows what it is. I asked him if he had a crew. He said that he did. He's got him and like 2 other guys. I think he said, I'd love the opportunity to showcase this guy. We even talked about the whole towing situation taking place at the Walmart. I told him I was going to do a big expose because here's the crazy thing. This guy was working for the company that does the towing at the Walmart as well. So we got to talking about the Walmart situation. He said, yeah, this is my buddy's business. He's like, we're only doing what Walmart is contracting us to do. He says, but we got painted out as the bad guys in the news. He said, but the news don't tell the whole story. He said, there's plenty of people who, if they come within the first 24 hours of their vehicle being towed, we're giving them their car back for free. So I found that to be a really interesting dynamic. Definitely changed my stance in terms of wanting to do this expose piece on the towing situation taking place at Walmart. And to go a little bit further with that, I had just done a video over on After Prison Show interviewing a guy named Lucky who I've been working with for a long time. And he actually had an encounter with somebody he was with where they were trying to tow their vehicle, but they ended up putting the vehicle down. And somebody had left a comment on that and said, I thought Walmart used to allow people to camp out in the parking lot. I don't know if that's true or not. But certainly at my particular Walmart, they're not going for that at all. So one final thing that I want to share in relation to this is about this organization that has 10 reviews and a 4-star rating. Now, I'm not going to put them out there because I don't want to risk anybody going and leaving them bad reviews. Hey, if they own that parking lot, that's theirs to do with as they wish. I do think they should play a little fairer and not gatekeep a whole ass parking lot after dark. You know, if you close at 5, I think that the parking lot should be made available to the local restaurants in the area, especially if you're an organization that is geared toward entrepreneurship, no matter who, what demographic or gender you're really going for there. But they've got 10 reviews, a 4-star rating, and the crazy thing is all of their 1-star reviews are about the parking lot. Allow me to share. 5 months ago, this place is not for the community, 1-star review. They said they are here to help women in the community strive for greatness and help reach your full potential, yet they had my car towed, and I am a resident of the Old Town community with my decal and African-American single mother trying to strive and take care of my 3 daughters. So how is this helping uplift the community? This was an inconvenience to me and a setback. I went in to speak with someone, and the director that I spoke with had an unpleasant attitude, told me I could rent the space for a monthly fee. Shaking my head. I don't even know how this organization is still around. It used to be a community college. Now it's this organization. It's been that for probably a little more than a year. I figured it wasn't going to last. They must have all sorts of grants and funding and donors. And clearly they're there to make some money as well. So they've got the parking lot. Hey, if you want to park there, you can pay us a monthly fee. I wonder how much that is. 3 weeks ago, had to pay over $200 after they had my car towed during a farmer's market when they weren't even open. And that's it. There's only 2 1-star reviews, and they're both in regards to parking. So yeah, some favoritism, some special treatment. I ain't seen that never. But this past Saturday, I most certainly did. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Because for me to have to pay that damn tow fee in this environment of mine personally right this second, that would have set me back in a major way. Shout out to Marcus. That's the individual who I got the opportunity to meet. And as soon as I get done filming this video, I'm going to be reaching out to him and seeing if I can meet with him later this week and showcase his business. Maybe we can even talk about the fact that, did you used to paint at a particular property? I remember exactly what property it is, if in fact I'm remembering this correctly. That would be interesting to note. Is he still painting there? If so, professional quality at unprofessional prices. How's that working out? Maybe it's working out well, which I hope that it is. But what a small world it turned out to be on Saturday evening. And luckily it worked out the way that it did. That's about everything that I've got to share. I guess one other thing, well, maybe a few little tidbits real quick as I get close to wrapping this up. I am still currently working with the Thrift store, trying to help them with social media content, and I've been doing so, trying to get for them at least a video to share on their social media like once a week. And putting together some really good content for them. They've actually allowed me to start using the store to film videos for After Prison Show, which is a great thing. I want to help them in any way that I can. I've got these grandiose pipe dream ideas for things to be done there, but I've stopped bringing those ideas to them just because they're more so selfish things. For example, like, hey, what if you just shut down the whole idea of thrift and we turn this 26,000 square foot building into a filming studio, like a movie set? Again, a selfish idea. Anytime that I do come up with other ideas, I try to bring them to them. And we've had the opportunity to meet some really interesting people because of the thrift store. So it has been a cool experience. I want to showcase the owner, Debbie. Want to showcase her more. Maybe do something like I had been mentioning at the beginning of this video, showcase people in their element with their businesses. How's it working out? All of that. I think that that would be interesting for this particular channel. Am I missing anything? I missed you guys. I'm grateful for anyone who's taken the time to watch this video, especially if you've made it this far. Thank you guys so much for the support. I'm hopeful for this job. We'll see how that pans out. But all the while, just know that even if I get the job, I will still do my damnedest to do social media as well, and I will, but the job will certainly have to be the priority. So I'll leave it with all of that. Hey, thank you guys for allowing me to share. I'll look forward to sharing more with you guys just as soon as I possibly can. And until then, take care.